Hello viewers, a very good morning. Welcome to Unacademy. Let's crack management exams English. This is your one-stop solution to crack CAT with India's largest learning platform. Now this said, in today's session, we will be looking at CAT. Do I need to maintain a study timetable? If you look at this particular topic, it would sound like little bit of a gyan, but do bear with me because it will be beneficial. I hope it will be beneficial, and I'll be answering a set of questions which are very commonly asked to me. Okay. Before going there, let me very quickly introduce myself so that you get an idea as to from what is the source for those questions. So I'm Arjun Prasad. I'm an engineer with 12 plus years of teaching experience, having trained more than 6,000 CAT aspirants in the fields of quantitative aptitude, data interpretation, data sufficiency, and logical reasoning. I have also helped them to crack the personal interviews, and I have trained more than 4,000 students to crack the campus recruitment exams. Okay. Now that said, during the course of this session, if you like, please do click on like, share this channel. You can subscribe, and while subscribing to Unacademy, please do not forget to use the code APUS. That is your way of showing a positive feedback to my style of teaching. Is that clear? Okay. Now that said, let us look at a set of common questions that are usually asked. How many hours per day should I study? Should I have a timetable? I am giving all I can for preparation, but I am not seeing the impact. I have lost touch with maths for quite some time now. How do I improve? English was not the medium of instruction for me, and I find it difficult now. What can I do? Typically, I have tried to consolidate different questions into these 5 categories mainly. Okay, and let us go over it one by one and let us see what happens and what will be the answer, what points we could get. Okay, from my experience and also from my learning from others' experience, I will share whatever is possible from my end. Okay. First question, how many hours per day should I study? The very common answer to this question, and the correct answer though, is depends on the individual. It depends on you. No one size fits all. So I am not going to wash my hands by providing you that just that answer. Rather, let me also tell you that it is how it should actually be how many quality hours per day should I study and not just how many hours per day should I study. Now, what is the difference between that? See, why do I say that quality matters more than quantity? You may just think that okay, every day I will study. My study time is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Just giving some random example. If you take that, my study time is from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That means that time must be dedicated whole and soul for this purpose only. But what do we see? We see that this does not happen very often. You sit, and now with the help of advancement in the technology, you have mobile phone, you have WhatsApp, you have Telegram, you have tons of social media network that is there to distract you, right? So when you sit down, let us say at 7:05 you get a message, start reading it. It sounds funny, start reading more. It sounds more interesting, dig deeper into it. Now what happens? And then you come back. And please understand, context switching takes time and it is not easy. And there will be a leakage of the rhythm with the context switch. So when you are doing a particular activity, continue doing it. If you have set a time, just stick by that. Okay. So it is not how many hours per day should I study. It is basically how many quality hours should I study. Quality is more important, not just the quantity. You may say that I will study for 4 hours, but out of that, in that 4 hours, you may say that, okay, I will give away to, I just was talking to my friend for about 5 minutes, so I will extend my study time by 5 minutes. No, that is not the way it works. Is that clear? Okay. And on another hand as well, do not get sticky with this point. Don't say, okay, I have to study, I have to study. Don't become stressed out because of just this one point. Because it is good, it instills discipline. But there is one problem over here. When it instills discipline, at the same time, it instills a problem. What happens? You will go with a preoccupied mindset, and this will not prepare you for uncertainty. And most of the time in CAT exam, especially in CAT exam, you will see that you will be in for surprise many a times. And if you are a person who is not ready to accept that surprise, then it becomes extremely difficult. So go by, spend some quality time, and have a regular study habit. Okay, that is where we need to draw the line. Just have a regular study habit. That much is good enough. So, as I think it was Chetan Bhagat who stated in one of the statements that, don't be serious, just be sincere, right? So that matters a lot. The next question that we have is, should I have a study timetable? Please understand, it's a very good thing to have a study timetable, but the timetable must be formed in a very correct way. Just having a timetable for the sake of having a timetable will not help. It will instill discipline, but again, a preoccupied mindset would hurt a lot more. It hurts too much if you go in with a preoccupied mindset. What do I mean by that? I will give you one example. Okay. So, preoccupied mindset, let me say I give you one example to say how it actually hurts you. Let us say you have prepared a timetable and you say, today I am going to study a particular topic. Let us say today I am going to study percentages profit and loss. Today I am going to study percentages profit and loss, and I am going to solve all the questions of percentages profit and loss. Now, when you are taking in that type of a stand, let us say you come across this particular question. Just an example question. A person bought a dog and a cat for rupees 3,000. He sold the dog at 20% profit and cat at 10% loss, thereby making 2% profit in all. What is the cost price of cat? Now, what do we do with this question? If I am going by the method of percentages profit and loss, I will say let the cost price of dog be D rupees and the cost price of cat be C rupees. So D plus C is equal to 3,000. Dog was sold at 20% profit, so selling price of dog will be 1.2D. Cat was sold at 10% loss, so selling price of cat will be 0.9C is equal to, overall profit is 2%, therefore 60 rupees profit, 3060. Total selling price is cost plus profit, so 3060. Now what? I need the cost price of cat, so I will take the first equation, multiply it with 1.2, 1.2D plus 1.2C is equal to 3600. Then what? Subtract one from the other, minus, minus, minus. Then what happens? This gets cancelled out. 0.3C will be equal to 540. That means C is equal to how much? 540 by 0.3 or 5400 divided by 3, which is nothing but 1800. Therefore, what is the cost price of the cat? Cost price of cat, therefore, is 1800 rupees. Now, this is what we do. This happens because today I had set in my timetable, I had not stated in a generic way, rather I had stated in a very specific way that today I am going to solve questions related to percentage profit and loss. So therefore my mind is tuned to think only in terms of percentage profit and loss. I won't be able to think anything beyond this. Now, how does that actually hurt us? How does that hurt us? Let us see. If I had an open mind to solve, to just take this as a question, not take this as a percentage profit and loss, just take this as a question. And if you want to solve it, if you are thorough with your understanding of the concepts, you would understand that, yeah, profit is based on cost price, loss is also based on cost price. So because the base is the same, which is the cost price, and I am dealing with only two entities over here, along with a kind of an overall profit which acts like an average, this is a question of alligation. This can be solved using alligation principle. Now, if I solve it using alligation principle, what does it become? This is a dog, this is cat, dog a profit of 20%, cat is at a loss of 10%, overall profit is 2%, therefore use the alligation principle, you will get it as 20 minus 2, 18, 2 minus of minus 10 is 12, therefore the ratio of the cost price is 12 is to 18. 12 plus 18 is 30. So if this was 30, this was 12, this was 18. If this is 3000, then this will be 1800. Therefore, the cost price of cat is 1800 rupees. Without doing much of the calculation, without using variable, without using fraction, we get the answer. And please remember this, that in most of my sessions, I do repeat the same point. As far as quantitative aptitude is concerned, as far as mathematics is concerned, it can be any level mathematics. There are only two major pain points. First is the use of variables, the second is use of fraction. If you make use of both of them, your life is hell. You make use of one of them, it is between hell and heaven. You neither make use of fractions nor make use of variables, your life is heaven. Decide what it wants to be. So therefore, I say, coming back to the point of, should I have a study timetable? Yes, it is. It's a good thing. It instills discipline. But when you are having the timetable, do not stick on to topics. Don't say, okay, today time and work, tomorrow time and distance. No. Quantitative aptitude. Make it more generic so that it does not close your mind towards thinking something beyond the stated topic, and that impacts. Okay, if you do not have that open mind to think beyond, it impacts adversely. So always have an open mind, just take it as a question and try to solve it. And also another point that I would like to give you is, don't solve 10 questions of the same nature in the same way. You are not going to benefit anything out of it. Instead, take one question and solve it in 10 different ways. Suppose you have a set of questions, you have got a set of questions, and you see that there are about 20 questions of the same nature. Instead of solving those 20 questions, take only one question, but solve that question in 20 different ways. It not only helps you in coming up with the answer quickly, but it also helps you in your reasoning capacity. You will be pushed to the wall to think, is there a different way in which I can solve the same question? And that really helps you, not only in quant, but it helps you in logical reasoning, and thereby it also helps you in life. I will come to that in a little while. Is that clear? Okay. The next question was, I am giving all I can for preparation but not seeing the impact. What more can I do? Okay, you'll see these three pictures that I have put over here. These are just examples. I'll come there. See, there are many times people come up to me and say, students come up to me and say that, sir, I'm studying really hard. I have attended every possible lecture. I have attended every class, Just by attending every class, what percentage of the preparation, let us say everybody wants to be 100% prepared. If you attend all the classes, what does it contribute towards that 100%? A maximum of 15 units. Okay. So I'll just write it down over here. Attending all classes. Attending all classes contributes to hardly 15% of the total 100%. Okay. Then what more can I do? Where does that 85% come from? You'll say, no, no, practice. No. Let us say you have the study material. It can be any set of study materials that you have. Let us say you solve all those questions that are there. And how much does that contribute to? Probably a maximum of another 15%. Okay. Still left with 70%. What can I do? Okay. Let us say you give all the exams. Let us say all the catalysts on Unacademy platform. If you subscribe, you get access to that and you can answer and you will be provided with analysis. That makes your life a little bit more easier. Let us say you give all the mock cats that are there. What does that contribute to? 10%. Analyze, let us say you analyze each and every paper that you have given. What does that contribute to? Another 10%. So this hardly draws up to 50%. What do you do for the other 50%? You have done everything that's possible, right? You think that you have done everything that's possible. But no, you need something more beyond this. And what is that? Always have an open eye to learn from non-traditional sources. And this is extremely important. This has helped me personally. So from my experience, I can tell you and I can vouch that it helps you. Have an open eye. Start observing things. Start questioning things. It will automatically help you. For example, I have put a picture of a vegetable seller on the cart, right? So who sells vegetables on the cart? If it's a very busy area, you can go and experience this yourself. That let us say, can you say that price of onion is a constant? No. Can you say that you will buy exactly 1 kilo of onion? No. When you buy, it will be 1 kilo 20 grams, 1 kilo 30 grams, 1 kilo 35 grams. Before even you use your calculator on the mobile phone and check how much you need to pay, within that time frame, that vegetable seller would have done 3 such calculations and would have catered to 3 such customers. I'm not trying to belittle anyone, but understand, we think that at least we need to somewhere accept that we may be in a slightly better off position is what we think. Then where is that gap? How is it that that person is able to do the calculation so quickly that I am not able to do? You may say practice. No. If the price was constant, then yes, practice makes sense. The price is also changing every day, right? So it is not just practice. Because the reason, if you go and question it more deep, you will understand that the reason is somewhere else. The vegetable seller understands if he is not that very quick, he will not have food for night. So therefore, that hunger is pushing him to do those calculations so very quickly. So always stay hungry. Literally also you can stay, does not matter, because when you are staying literally hungry, after beyond that you would not need a teacher. You will learn things on your own. Just that a few basic moral values needs to be very strong in us. Maintaining integrity, honesty, all this. If those are there, then automatically we will not get into a wrong path, and using the right path, we will see what best can be done from our end so that we are able to succeed. Is that clear? And another picture that I have put is of a milkman who is milking the cow. Go and ask the milkman, How many liters of water should you mix with these many liters of pure milk so that your profit percentage goes up from X to Y? Even before you complete the question, he will provide you the answer, right? Go to a supermarket. Some of us might have experienced this, that after buying everything, we come to the counter, billing counter, and there are certain set of people who are very finicky in nature. They just at the billing counter, after the billing is done, they take the bill and they start checking. Okay, 2 boxes of Colgate, yes I have. 3 boxes of tur dal, yes I have. And they are not just satisfied with that, they start calculating, has he given the discount properly? Yes. After that, they don't even believe the system. At that point of time, they will start totaling the value. They forget that there are 10 people standing behind them in the queue. What could have been done in a better way? See, if you go to a supermarket, every item that you buy, you will see that a price is attached to it. So when you buy, you know what it is. So by the time you are at the billing counter, if you have done your calculations, you should know what you need to pay. Then what happens over there at that point, when the person who is billing gives you the bill, if it does not match with your calculation and you are sure of your calculation, you can just pass on the buck to him and say that, boss, there is something wrong in the calculation, please check it. So you are not the person who is going to face the wrath of the people standing behind you in the queue. And you have also benefited in another way wherein your calculation capacity has improved. So find avenues other than regular study timetable, sitting at home. Yes, those are extremely important. I am not discounting them. Beyond that, try to find avenues where you can actually go and improve on your calculations and start reasoning things. See, solving the sets is one part of it. Forming the questions takes a lot more energy. And if you are traveling, let us say you are traveling by a bus and you don't have anything to do, you just have to just observe how many people are getting down at a stop, how many people are getting in at a particular stop, and form your own question. What is the maximum number of people who can get down at the third stop from the stop where they got in? Right? You can start forming the questions. There is no dearth of numbers. You look at any number, you just start to question yourself, what should be added to this number to make it a perfect square? What is the minimum thing that should be added? What should I multiply this number with to make it a perfect cube? Is this number divisible by 7? So start questioning yourself. Automatically, you will see that over. And please do not take this as, okay, today I did it, and tomorrow morning I get up and say I should have improved. Why I have not improved? It is like hitting the gym. Please understand this. You just go on one day, you do the weights, and you start seeing your biceps. No, that's not the way it works. It has to go. It has to have a constant rhythm for at least about three months, about 2 to 3 months. You do this continuously for 2 to 3 months, then you will be able to see some kind of an impact. And after that, the impact will be exponential compared to the investment. Is that clear? The return will be exponential. Okay. The next question, I have lost touch with math for quite some time now. How do I improve? This is a question that mostly comes from people who are in non-engineering background. I'm not having any kind of a bias, but this is a question that comes typically from that set of people. Now, if you go by that thought, it is wrong, because see, CAT exam is an exam which creates a level playing field. Does CAT exam have a syllabus? Yes, it does have. What is the syllabus as far as quant section is concerned, as far as DI section is concerned? It's only up to 10th standard mathematics. So if you want to improve, what you need to do is understand that it's a level playing field. Get the textbooks, math textbook of one particular syllabus, whether it is CBSE, ICSE, or any state board, does not matter. Just take the textbook of the same board all the way from first grade to 10th grade and start reading it with setting a time limit of maybe 1 week. Within 1 week, you should be able to complete it. It's not that very difficult. All of us have passed 10th grade. So just read that. That should be good enough for you. Is that clear? The next one. The next question that I get is, English was not the medium of instruction for me and I find it difficult. Now, what can I do? Okay. The answer is very simple. Start reading. And after you have read, get into the habit of summarizing what you have read. That will help you in your answering of the questions related to RC, and you will be exposed to more number of words so your vocabulary improves. And at the same time, please read, when I say read something quality, not just in terms of content, in terms of writing as well. The writer also should be a person who is quite knowledgeable. So when we say reading, it is not page 3, it is all about editorial. There is a difference. If you look at the entire style of writing is completely different when an editorial is written as compared to a page 3 news, right? So all I'm telling is look at the content which is of the nature of the editorials. Is that clear? Okay. And beyond this, what helped me, because English was one of my weak areas, so I can tell with some amount of experience that for vocabulary what I did is I went by Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis, and there is also GRE Barron's word list MP3. Just Google it, download it, and it's just like listening to a song. Just play it whenever you find time. Just plug it into your ears and just keep on playing it. You will see that in a subconscious state of mind, the words and their meanings would get etched onto your mind. And over a period of time, let us say about 2 months, you should be able to see that your vocabulary has improved. Okay. And for grammar, Renan Martin, the best possible source, even till date, according to me, or rather in my opinion. Is that clear? So don't think that it is difficult. No, just think that, okay, what I need to do to improve. The moment you use the word difficult, it's like, it demotivates you to an extent. So do not give room for that. And one common part that I would like to state is, never ever give room for stating, I'm feeling bored, I'm feeling low, I don't know what to do. No, there are tons of things that can be done, right? Start questioning, start reasoning things, and that is going to help you guys. Not just in terms of cracking CAT, in terms of excelling in life in general. So please do get into the habit of reasoning. Whatever you see, whatever you read, whatever you write, whatever you listen, whatever you speak, you need to reason it out. Please get into that habit. And it is not easy. Okay. Even after a decade of doing it, even today, if I have to do, I have to do it in a conscious state of mind. In a subconscious state of mind, it becomes extremely difficult. It does not come. Okay. What is tested in CAT? Only one point: reasoning, reasoning, and reasoning. Today, if you look at, or the last couple of years, if you look at CAT paper, you would understand, and you analyze it thoroughly, you would understand that probably every question has a reason behind. Quant is also reasoning based. DI, reasoning based. Reasoning is reasoning. Logical reasoning is anyway reasoning based. Verbal is reasoning based. There's critical reasoning part. So everywhere it's all about reasoning. And that analytical thinking capacity and the reasoning capacity is what is being tested more and more. Initially, it was a test of speed. Then added to speed, it was a test of accuracy. Then added to both of these, now it is a test of reasoning as well. Your reasoning capacity is being tested. Okay. I hope it benefited whatever gyan I have given for the last 15-20 minutes. I hope it has benefited you. And if you would like, I do teach on Unacademy platform. So therefore, if this session was helpful, you can go on to unacademy.com, search for my name Arjun R Prasad, and you can follow me. If you follow me, you will get a notification for every session that I'm going to handle, and thereby you can start you can start attending those sessions. Is that clear? The next session will be on the same YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel itself. Today, there's a marathon session on data interpretation and logical reasoning starting at 3 p.m. So, hope to see you all there. So, do attend that and benefit from DILR. Over there, I will be, giving you an exposure to different types of DI and LR questions, and we will see what some scenarios wherein why it is wrong to say DI, but we have been using the word DI data interpretation. No, it is actually wrong. What we do is not data interpretation. More about that I will be discussing during that session at 3 p.m. today. Is that clear? So on the same Unacademy YouTube channel, Let's Crack Management Exams English. And hope you benefited from this. You can click on like, share and subscribe to this particular channel. And while subscribing, do not forget to use the code APUS, friends. This not only gives you a discount of 10%, it also is a way that you send across a positive feedback to me. Okay. By subscribing, what do you get? You get access to the daily live classes. You get access to the live tests and quizzes. The course is given to you in a very structured way, and just one subscription will give you unlimited access to all the educators on the platform. Okay? All the live classes you can attend, the batch courses you can attend, and Unacademy provides you an advantage wherein you can learn anytime, anywhere. You can choose a schedule that works for you. Language is not going to be a barrier. You can get your doubts cleared at any time. You can answer the live polls. You can interact with the educator. And if you remember when I stated giving the catalyst and then analysis, a detailed report and analysis is given to you for every test that you attempt on the platform, so that you can know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and you can improve before giving the next test. And there is no dearth of study material. You will be provided with all the PDFs and the learning materials that are available on the platform. All of this, as we know, things do not come for free, right? All of this comes at a very reasonable fee. From my experience of the situation, I can tell you that it is going to be extremely reasonable. It comes at a investment of just rupees 788 per month for a period of 24 months. Just 788 rupees. It's a no cost EMI as well. So in terms of EMI, it is just 788 rupees for 24 months. It is extremely worthwhile an investment, and I can vouch and personally vouch and state that the return on this investment will be extremely high. And the 788 rupees is after a discount of 10%, and in order to get that discount of 10%, you need to use a code. And I would appreciate if you are able to use the code APUS. Please remember the code, guys, APUS. The code to be used is APUS. Is that clear? The other, you may be thinking, okay, no, 12 month is good enough for me. For 12 month, it is like 1313 rupees per month. Or the other way of looking at it is, let us say, I'm not discouraging anyone. Let us say you take a 12-month subscription, and after that you think that, okay, no, I want one more month subscription. I have not been well versed with the entire thing. Now, what happens for 12 months? You would have taken a subscription by paying 15,750. Another 1 month subscription you need, you will pay 3,150. You just add that 3,150 to 15,750, you end up at 18,900. So therefore, instead of doing this, if you had directly gone in for a 24-month subscription, just instead of getting the subscription for only 13 months, you would have got the subscription for 24 months. That's why it's all about math, and it's all about understanding and reasoning it out. And if you reason better, you will understand that a 24-month subscription is extreme value for money. Okay, is that clear? Given that reasoning is my strength, these are my 2 cents, that if you're going in for a subscription, please do go in for a 24-month subscription. And do not forget to use the code APUS while subscribing. Please use the code APUS. while subscribing. Is that clear? Understanding it? Okay. Again, hope you have a nice day and hope to see you soon on the Unacademy platform. Do like, share, and subscribe this particular channel. Do not forget the code APUS. With that thought, this is Arjun Prasad signing off for this session. Enjoy the day, guys. Bye.